Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, let's talk about Devin Haney keep telling Gervonta Davis to activate his mandatory, right? Even though Floyd Mayweather already told him that fight wasn't gonna happen, right? Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So yeah, you know, Floyd ain't about to let him fight. Tank, excuse me, this tongue is crazy. Tank got a real big fan base, so they gonna let him slide for whatever he say or the hypocrisy that he got. I'm bad to run into the store, but you know Floyd Mayweather not gonna let them fight, and Tank fan base is gonna protect Tank, and that's what's wrong with boxing. You got fans out here, these new fans, who don't want to see the best fight the best. All right, same fans that think Mayweather the greatest or the best ever. He not. And just look at his impact on boxing. After Mayweather, ain't nothing but a whole bunch of cherry picking and ducking. And dudes don't throw but one or two punches and don't know how to combination punch. Watching Money Mayweather, and I stand on that, but nonetheless, you know, Devin can talk, because anybody can talk to Tank other than look like Ryan Garcia, because it ain't gonna be no consequences. It's as simple as that. He not gonna fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you know, now we got champions begging challengers to exercise their mandatory. You know, we got champions chasing challengers. If you don't think that's messed up or that's backwards in the sport of boxing, then I don't know what to tell you. Real talk. I don't know what to tell you. You don't get no more backwards than that. And it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. You know, because Tank Davis can say what he want to say, and he not gonna be held accountable. He can post it, delete it, tweet it, delete it, post it, delete it, whatever he want to do. His fans are just gonna act like it didn't happen, and then, you know, get his ass whooped, and they gonna just start making excuses or tell him how much they proud of him by getting his ass whooped, and it's messed up. There's not gonna be no accountability. And the naysayers or the fans that want to see the fight, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that believe in Tank could beat Devin Haney, or Tank could beat anybody. But if the handlers don't believe it, the promoter don't believe it, the manager don't believe it, the fighter don't believe it, then I don't get it. The fans, Tank Davis street got more faith in Tank than Tank. Because it was really like that, you know what I'm saying? He should be in the ring with everybody. He should have fought Lomachenko years ago. It's called acceptable ducking. That's what it's called, acceptable ducking. And people sit here and defend how Tank could beat Devin Haney. Well, he won't even, like, you know, negotiate. He won't even get in the same room as the kid. That's the crazy shit about it. You can't even put them in the same ring together. And people defend, oh, how Devin ain't this, and Devin don't do this, and Devin ain't fought this, and Devin ain't did this, that, and third, and woo, you know, they regurgitate what they hear guys like Ryan Garcia say. You know, where they hear all these dudes, and Devin like he gonna step in the ring with Lomachenko when Tank should have did that a few years ago. You know? As soon as Devin make a name for himself and start being the man, then you're gonna hear all these dudes begging to fight him. And if I'm Devin, I hold my nuts on them. Fuck breaking the cycle. I'll keep that cycle still running. Same thing for Terrence Crawford. Fans gave Crawford shit for being with Bob Arum. for making a lot of money and being with Bob Arum and not signing with Al Heyman. Look at Al Heyman. Can't afford Terrence Crawford. When he could afford, when then he finally come to agreement with Terrence Crawford, now he about to lose his fucking network deals. You can't write this shit. Now he about to lose his network deal. Now the networks won't pony up no money for Al Heyman, Tom Foolery. But then again, you know, now PBC is literally damn near being paid per view. You're paying per view, and at the end of the day, you know, there's this mythical Mexican fan base that spent all this money. These black supremacists, yep, I said it, black boxing supremacists that defend everything Al Heyman doing. They ain't putting no money up for Al Heyman shows. They ain't showing the networks that they willing to pay per view. Because everything they do on the internet is all talk. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't paying for that shit. Unless it's something I deem I pay for or I go to, I don't condone it. I ain't paying it. I ain't paying you to say, oh, you're Al Heyman detractor or Al Heyman hater. I'm about that. I'm about good fights. No, if ands, buts about it, I'm about them good ass fights. If it's a good fight, hey, look, we buying it. I tell you to buy it. All day. 10 times on Saturday night. But it's these people that keep defending Al Heyman, but they not helping fund Al Heyman. Come on, it's like riding for your church, your home church and all that. When it's time to put money up, you know, to keep the church running, to make sure the church got heat, hot water heater and all that type of stuff, and the foundation and the roof good. Don't nobody put no money in the collection pay. Come on. You got these fake black boxing fans and these mythical Mexican fans. Ain't nobody put money up for bullshit. And that's just a fact. Ain't nobody putting up money for BS. They can support it. They can say, we support Tank. We support this. Tank ain't never cracked 100,000 on pay-per-view. So right then and there, they just about, in my mind, they just a bunch of internet bots. That's all it is. If they really supporting Tank, then why his numbers ain't going up? Or they really supporting Errol Spence, why Ugas numbers looking funny? Cause ain't nobody want to see that shit. A small fraction of people that's in the internet boxing. I just want to know why most of these people got into boxing. Now, a lot of people say it's Errol Spence and all that type of shit. Damn, cool. Y'all just talk about Spence then. Don't try to like go over here and support the Charlos. Y'all don't support them neither. Don't act like it's a Texas invasion, no shit like that. Y'all don't fuck with Ammo Williams, Reese Hooker, Virgil Ortiz, niggas, an Errol Spence invasion. Just keep it at that. Be Earl sexuals, Earl's petite, Earl's experts, Earl spurts. Just go on and be that. Cause when you come in here in this boxing realm and you turn around and say, oh man, the best shouldn't fight the best, he the A side, B side, whatever, like bruh. When you say the best shouldn't even fight the best, I don't even want to hear it. You ain't even no boxing fan in my book. You a groupie. You a groupie. That's how I look at you. Little $2 boxing hoe. Exactly how I look at you. Nothing more, nothing less. But I had to make another stop. It is what it is. But yeah, like a lot of these dudes ain't fans, man. If you want, I could understand if y'all be like, well, he ain't quite ready yet, or he ain't a champion, or you know, or a dude ain't really talking shit like that. I can understand it, but the fans got more confidence than the fighter, and then when the fighter lose, then it's, you know, these dudes go MIA. When the fighter win, then it's like they all like, yeah, I told you. But nobody wasn't like really saying that it was impossible. We just want to see it. That's it. Regardless who win, we just want to see it. Crawford and Spence. Y'all was talking about build that shit up. Spence fans was talking about building up Y'all can play that clip what Terrence Crawford on TMZ said he understand about building it up, but he was willing to go right into a Keith Thurman fight when he had 2 belts. Y'all said, you know what? Oh, he ain't trying to fight Earl Spence. We want you to call. He said, well, we can fight Spence now. Then it was, Bob won't give it to me. Then Bob said, I can make the fight in 5 minutes. Then it all, then it's been all this twisted bullshit, twisted shit, and that's why PBC reaping what they sow. And I'm a huge believer in that. I'm not a big believer in religion. I'm a believer in higher beings and stuff of that nature. But I'm a huge believer in reaping what you sow. And a lot of people affiliate that with negativity, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? You put what you get in out of life. Now it ain't like, I put my car in the ATM, I ask to get 100, I get 100 out. Or the machine mess up and give me 200 and it don't come out my account. That's fine. Sometimes life like that. But life don't run like an ATM, or what you put in is what you get out. You know what I'm saying? It has its own type of balance. And y'all be looking at people be like, man, he doing so good, and he stepped on so many niggas vertebrates and niggas necks and spines to get where he at. And look, life ain't fair. But you never know what somebody going through behind closed doors. Somebody be in a relationship and they look all good when you see them. Y'all do couples night, they look everything good, or they look good on social media. But behind closed doors, it's a lot that go into relationships, and that's just not just like sexual, or girlfriend to girlfriend, homeboy to homeboy, child to daughter, daughter to husband, husband to son, or homeboy to another, cousin. It's a lot that go into those relationships, bro. It's a lot. That's what people don't understand about life. Because you put your ATM, you ask for 100, they ain't gonna give you 100. You might put your ATM in, it might take, you might eat that motherfucker, but down the road, you know what I'm saying? It all will balance out. It all will balance out. You don't do good things because you're looking for a reward. You know what I'm saying? You do the things you do because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you go out there you looking for the remote. Shit, you might turn around and find $20 you lost in the couch or something like that. That's how life is as well too. You might just be doing something out the greater good, and somebody might bless you with something that you ain't see coming. It ain't when you want it, ain't when you need it. But you get it. So that's how it works. And that's just how it is, dude. But I don't want to say these dudes fanagers and nothing like that. Just stuff like that. It's just to the point where when these new fans came in and started demanding the best versus the best and talking about build some shit up, dude. When these fighters building up on pay-per-view and they can't even crack 200, 250, 300, 350, we got a problem. But other than that, Devin Haney want the fight. Just because you feel like you can run down on Tank, or you can run down on this guy, that guy in the third, don't mean Devin Haney gonna win. But he about building his legacy right now. And Tank like to run his mouth and think it's funny because he know it ain't gonna be no consequences or repercussions. But like I tell you, what you put in this life is what you get out of it. Just remember that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go looking for something and it ain't what you expected. And that could be a good thing, that could be a neutral thing, that could be a bad thing. Sometimes you could be pulling up a tomato, you might fuck around and get a turnip. Looking for an apple, might get a lemon. Looking for a lemon tree, might get an apple tree. Never know. Never know. So I be telling y'all, man. A lot of these dudes are gonna lose to guys that you don't see coming. A lot of these prospects, they fighting like they Floyd Mayweather with bad hands once every while. If you don't keep these prospects, it's like kids. How I'm getting a little bit too deep on this video, but I ain't mean to. But It's like when we was like my age group, you know what I'm saying? We was coming up in school even older. And they would tell the little black boy something was wrong with us. They would try to put us on Ritalin and all that type of stuff. And I was on Ritalin. My grandmother didn't believe in giving it to me. But my mother, she did. So I went on my grandma's house on the weekends and the holidays. I didn't get it. But it wasn't that we had attention deficit disorder. That wasn't the case. You know, and I remember the doctor was telling my mother the risk of, you know, you take a Ritalin, I believe, don't quote me on this, the chances that go up that he would become a smoker or something like that. I never smoked. I smoked a little bit of weed at one point, but that's it. I think it was more about the cigarettes and shit. But it just wasn't, we was not being stimulated in the right way. The traditional classroom was not stimulating young black men. And it was damn near impossible to get our attention, and we got beaten, we got disciplined and stuff, and it really wasn't our fault. You know, you talk about every teacher you go to is a female or somebody that don't look like you. How can they relate? Come on, that's like putting Kenny Chansley on 97 or on a rap radio station on Rock the Bells. Niggas gonna be like, what's this? You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, well, what is this? You feel me? So that's what people kind of got to understand and stuff too, man. It's just to the point where, you know, you gotta stimulate these prospects. You gotta keep them active. You gotta keep them challenging them the right way. A lot of times that don't happen, but yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, next subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, much other places. Link tree first in the description. Peace.